All right, so now we are here back in the kitchen painting some sausage rolls, and joining us is Matt LATIMER. Matt, you are the 4th generation involved in this business. First of all, tell me what I'm doing here.
Well, this is the first step in rolling out the actual sausage rolls together. You gotta paint the edge with the egg wash.
And the egg wash, you said, acts as a glue, right?
Yeah.
All right. So
because you want it to stick together. You don't want it, whenever it cooks, you don't want it to fluff up, and because actually sometimes if we don't put enough egg wash on, they'll fall apart. The top half will actually fold over.
How did I do?
Perfect.
Perfect?
That's perfect.
All right, so what's the next step?
Okay, so I'll show you. You just fold it over here.
Okay.
And you just fold it just to the edge of where the meat is.
Okay. And you kind of pinch it?
Yeah, you just want to push it down to make sure that it's stuck. So I'll do the other side while you're doing that. It's actually the way my dad and I used to do it.
Really?
When I was learning how to do this.
And now tell me, why did you decide to join the family business here?
Well, my dad, a couple of years, I've been taking it over for doing the work in the back for the last 2 years, and that's because my dad's been ill, but I've basically been working in the back since I was 12 years old.
All right, so what's the second step here? You roll it again?
So you just fold it over like that. See how I did it?
Just kind of gently?
Yeah, well, you can do it gently, and then we're gonna squish it down to make sure it's stuck to that little line of egg wash that you have there. Okay. So you're just gonna pat it down.
Pat it down.
Don't worry about it being too flat, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
It'll grow.
It'll puff up in the oven,
and then what I do is, when you have these, see how we have 2 lines of them done here? You push them together like that, so that they're all in a line. So that when we cut them to the right size,
it makes it easier? Is that it? You're cutting more than one at a time?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's where that fancy gizmo comes in, right?
Yeah, this here. So
this is the marker?
Yes. So what we do is, we use the edge as the line.
Yeah.
We just push down and we make a mark.
Cool. All right, my turn. So then do I start here?
Yeah, just use the same mark and just push down, and you can do it right to the end.
Like so. This looks like a pizza cutter.
Yeah, well, it's essentially a big, long pizza cutter, a whole bunch of them.
And what happens if I have a little edge at the end?
Those are the tasters.
Oh, perfect. I like that.
My wife really loves those.
I bet. Who doesn't? All right, and then the next step is cutting it?
Yep, that's it.
So I just cut it like so down the line?
Oh, yeah.
Try not to cut your...
It's really fun when you get all 7 together, because you got to make sure it's exactly straight.
Right.
Sometimes you could be standing on an edge and one will be a little longer than the other.
And Matt, we have an example of the finished product, don't we?
Yes.
Or what do they look like? When we're all said and done, this is what we got here?
Well, these are meat pies. These are the sausage rolls that you were making. And these are bridies, which are the same way essentially the same way that you make those. The same meat, except we add onion to them. And like how we cut these strips here?
Right.
Well, the only difference is that I'll use this cutter the whole time to make squares. So what I'll do is I'll run this along, and then I'll run it up this way instead of cutting it with a knife.
Perfect. And just quickly, this is what kind of meat again?
It's minced meat.
Minced meat with oats.
With oats and salt and pepper.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for giving us a tour here today of the bakery. It's fantastic. And of course, for more information, you can head to their Facebook page, and you can also come down here to Maxville and sample all the goodies yourself.
We'll answer anybody's questions.
Fantastic.
We do it a lot.
Well, thanks so much. And yeah, of course, you can head down here to yourself to sample all the goodies. It's in Maxville, Ontario, just in Glengarry County.